LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Star Ladder CIS Qualifier. We've just had the knife round. Okay, we've got a wonderful little glitch that comes sometimes. Oh, look, LootBet, there you go. Is it going to work now? I'm hoping it is, because otherwise I can't bring up all their wonderful odds and statistics. Come on, there we go, It's working now, it's all good. We can look at who's going to be the winner of the match. Who's going to be the winner of the match according to this. Vega Squadron still have themselves the favor. Map 1, I imagine that's going to be the same because of those odds, although a little bit closer. Map 2, should we just have a look at that for now as well? There you go. Those are live odds. That's exactly what you wanted, right? Everybody wanted that. So, yeah, we're going to be going into our pistol round fairly soon. It is going to be Hollywood versus Vega Squadron. Now, I'll be honest, I haven't seen too much of the Hollywood at all. Like, I've seen the individual players on a few of them. I've definitely seen Luke before, Romy. I may have seen Treble as well. I recognize the name, but definitely not seen JYO, the Estonian. So, yeah, looking forward to seeing what they have on offer. And at the same time, Vega Squadron have recently made some changes of their own. Some of them I feel are forced rather than actually through choice, which is a bit of a shame. I think that definitely Mir is going to be one that is a big problem. But, yeah, we'll definitely see if they can actually still perform with this roster. Obviously, I think they've actually stolen Crush from Prosto, and he actually still has the picture from Prosto as well, so that's almost definitely the case, and they've also brought in Fierce. So we're going to see what Vega Squadron can do today. I know that the maps that we've got, at least the first couple, are pretty good maps for them, so I wouldn't be overly surprised if they took this at a 2-0, but yeah, it's more... The thing is, I'll be honest with you, CIS Online Counter-Strike is some of the most random Counter-Strike on the planet. It's about as random as two Chinese teams you've never heard of. It genuinely... Prosto. Yeah, I said saying 100 in Russian. Now, that's what I've been told to say. That's what the name is. So, yeah, I said Prosto. There you go. One of the only things I can say in Russian. And it's because of their name. But either way, we're into our pistol round. Quite a bit of utility picked up by Vega Squadron. We are going to be looking more so on Hollywood to see how they're actually going to hold off things. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw some more T-sided halves of Train just because of the ability to just run into the sights and hit headshots with those AK-47s. Luke up close, almost gets overwhelmed, but he will be able to fade away, and that's a pretty decent start from him. 2 kills, a singular trade, and Chopper is going to be the only one left remaining. Needs to ace the round to win it, and Luke has just gone ham. Triple kill for him early on. Hollywood with a killer start, and Vega Squadron, I'm not going to be surprised to see just a hell of a lot of deagles. That's what I expect from this team. But yeah, I definitely think that the sort of Mir, that's going to be a massive lot. Who is the... My mind is completely blanked. Who else have they dropped, or who else has been put on the transfer list, in other words, doesn't want to play? I genuinely can't remember. Either way. Cassandra. There you go. Bang has got it. He's got it bang on as well. Ha! That was an amazing joke, and you should all laugh at it. JR is going to be saving a little bit, but the rest of the team have forced in. Deagles for the majority, as said. Being able to see if they can turn things around early on. JR is literally nude, so not going to be expecting much from him in this round. And the T's looking to just push out from this upper spot. We do have Chopper spamming away with the deagle, but it's actually going to be Luke to take his head clean off over JR. He does actually get... He gets 2 kills. I was wrong. Glock is actually the best gun in the game. Clearly, I have no idea what I'm talking about because he's managed to get 2 kills with it. The bomb's gone down as well, which is an added bonus. And now we get to see if they can do anything more. Crush is trying to duck and weave, but can't get away from the bullets. But they're still into a 2 versus 2. Darkside does have himself a kit, and it is going to be mainly Hutchie to try and do the work. Although it is looking problematic. And well, there you go. Archie finishes it. It is going to be another turnaround round. We've seen so many of these recently. Vega Squadron will take it. Here we go, though. T-side now with a much better buy. Much better buy. And the CTs are going to be the ones forcing. The CZ's in hand. We know what these can do. J-O? Is it J-O? Is it J-Y-O? I feel like J-O sounds more like his rap name. And J-O is going to be dropping bars as well as dropping bodies, as he has already managed to pick up an early double. Luke looking to try and spam through the smoke, but won't find anything as of yet. And it's more the flank of Romy, which could make things interesting. He's picked up an AK-47. In fact, he's got the only one in the server at the moment. Already takes down one. A couple more players will be waiting. That Molotov is bang on as well. Chopper peeks and finds a kill at least and leaves Crush with a chance. Tap onto the bomb. He'll be able to peek out and actually almost finds Luke. I say almost because the peek then comes round from Travell. And it is going to be a win straight back. This definitely isn't a sort of normal game so far, as each team winning their force buys, and it's almost like normality has been restored, as Hollywood now have the advantage once again. Tease, they're going to force into this one. Crush certainly is. He's bought an AK straight up. Another's going to be dropped over as well. Or is it? No. He's dropped... JL's dropped a scout? What is going on here? What did JR drop? Yeah, he did drop a scout, but then picked it back up again. Okay, whatever. Fine. 2 AKs. Same as actually on the other side, however, a hell of a lot more utility and armor on every single player, along with a couple of kits. The CTs definitely have the advantage once again, but so far in this game, that has meant absolutely nothing. So, yeah, we're just going to have to wait and see whether or not they can actually rectify the problems of the previous. See both teams wanting to get off to a flying start. Hutchie already going to be waiting. We'll give the man advantage over towards that T side. And, well, they are looking to break back once again. A chance to even pick up the weapon, I believe. And Luke getting tagged very low indeed. Could be a bit of a problem. Nice work from Travell. Will at least net one back and turn it into a 4 versus 4. And actually, the weaponry not really benefiting his T side so much. Hutchie going to go back to where he had success before, over towards that pop position. And the rest of the team are rotating, although the bomb's staying in upper B. This could be a bit of an elaborate fake, but I'm not sure I like it. Leaving the bomb alone never seems like a good idea, unless it's just going to be setting up some sort of fake, or Chopper is just going to sit in the corner. And this could work. They could at least get the bomb down on the other side of the map. Hutchie going to be waiting patiently. I think he's expecting a flank. I have no idea how he knows, but he does. Another bomb goes down over towards the B side. This is a really, really weird round. And I'm sort of confused. Nice shot from Chopper. That is just superb. Takes the head off of one. Luke very low on HP. And I have no idea how this worked, but it did. Vega Squadron will win themselves another 4-spy round. And now the CTs have even less money than before. This is weird. Here we go, though. CT side actually not going to buy. Which, to be honest, I don't actually agree with. I think that buying into the next round is going to be even more weird, because they will only have an extra 1900. Okay, Travell can buy an AWP. But other than that, it'll be atrocious. It'll be mostly UMPs, there may be a rifle or two in there, but it's not going to be good. So I kind of wonder why they don't opt to force and try and break back once again. Instead, they pretty much hand this round over to their opponents, although they have got the stack correct. They're all over towards this A site, and somehow this is actually working fairly well. They managed to drop the bomb. Further damage being done. Romy already with his armor as well picks up another kill, and they're actually keeping their opponents relatively low, so maybe they have a chance in this round. Romy gets a second. This is not good. This is barely anything invested. Vega Squadron should be winning this round comfortably, and it does not look comfortable at all. In fact, they may not even win it. JR now the only one left alive. A P250 in armor has net 3 kills. Romy's actually going to retrieve himself an AK-47. He doesn't have any idea where his opponent is. How do you not get that kill? Oh my god. That's what you call going full potato. How do they lose that round? That's embarrassing. That's actually embarrassing. Vega Squadron need to definitely take a look into that one, because that was a P250 in armor alongside nothing. T-side. They're now going to buy back up themselves. Vega Squadron definitely don't look like the team that we saw around those major qualifiers. The team that managed to upset FaZe seem to, well, have been phased out. They don't look good at all at the moment. Romy's already going to be able to find another one. This is breakback after breakback, so maybe the T's are going to return here as well. If they do, I think I may have a brain aneurysm, as this is starting to be genuinely painful. Romy is going to be Molotov'd off, almost dies to it. But luckily Darkside is there to go and defend that bomb, which was dropped so early in the round. JR looking to peek back. Multiple players here. Got Fierce pushing as well. I may actually be able to trade things. It's gone into a 1 versus 1. JR up against the AWP. Bomb's going to be retrieved, and I wonder if he actually spotted Romy there. I think he might have done. The only problem is the time. There's only 15 seconds left on the clock, and he's taking quite a bit of time to actually get towards the site. Sooner rather than later, Romy should realize where his opponent is going. I think he's just going to go for a safer plant to make sure that he can't go down. Obviously, only a bullet from either of these players is enough to win them it, and that's exactly what JR will do. Even finishes it with a headshot. Oh, God. How long is this pattern going to go on for? JR at least retrieves himself the AWP, his weapon of choice. And now to the the CTs might as well just flat eco. They'll probably win again. There we go. Nothing invested from Hollywood. They have gone for $800 worth of pistols. And that's only on 2 players. In fact, $500 of it is already gone. If they manage to win this round, I think I will cry. But I was pretty close on the last one. Hey, Kozkowski? Hey, how's it going? The Butcher of Names is what they shall call me. This is the map pick of Hollywood, I believe. The next map pick is going to be of Vega, and that will be Mirage. So, Mirage, definitely a map that we've seen a lot from Vega Squadron on. Although, as said, I definitely think just Mir leaving this team is a huge loss. I would not be surprised to see him picked up by a strong team. He's a very, very consistently good player. And yeah, I'm looking forward to see where he goes. Now, there's some more obvious choices. Like, the thing is, I genuinely think that he could be in a team like Na'Vi. I think he's that good. Maybe not straight away. I'm hoping he doesn't just end up in, like, Flipside or something like that. Like, it could be good experience for him. Please not again. Like, it was impressive last time. Thank God the guy with the P250 has died. And Romy, not going to have too much hope. Well, in all honesty, I think Vega will win, but this has been such a sketchy start. Luckily for them, they've managed to come out on top on the T side. And they're still sort of winning rounds. Yeah, Na'Vi probably won't do any roster changes. I think maybe if something goes wrong, but the problem is that he's looking to transfer now. And then, like, I'm trying to think of genuine organizations who would consider picking him up. Like, Flipside's the obvious one. Oh no, yeah, 2 kills on eco rounds is good. I'm just worried that they were going to win it. I'm going to be seeing already. Decent amount of damage done by the CT side. Of course, this is their buy round. It's not the best, but it definitely isn't the worst. Is Fierce their coach? Ah, well, that would make sense. Obviously, Crush is their new member. I find it weird, like, okay, if you like, the players want to leave, but I find it weird them not playing. Like, if you're under contract, just play. Like, all you really do, even if you play selfishly, just show that you're good. Yeah, a lot of big name teams have already made changes. That is the big problem. I would say that they have sort of missed the boat. I don't think, like, Gambit maybe would consider making a change, because things have been so inconsistent still, and I think someone like Mir could definitely help, but I don't know if they will. I don't think it's likely, and they've had some okay results at Marseille, so maybe they won't. Yeah. Pistols once again. Vega Squadron. Oh, they're gonna get a bomb plant. How in a 5v1 does the... That's actually quite impressive from Chop, I'll be honest. A 5 versus 1 and gets a bomb plant. I'm not gonna do anything more, but that's still extra money. You left yourself online on Steam. Ah! Thank you for telling me. You are very kind, Replay. A lesser person would have spam called me, or I've had people send me messages, which I now have it set so no messages ever pop up. But I've had some stuff sent to me just to show up on stream, and those people, like, one of them I'd actually played like CS with for, or like other games with for like years. He is now blocked. Like that. The people, there are some people who are just horrible people. So thank you. But we are gonna have a buyback in for both teams. JR catches the initial aggression. Darkside will be there to trade things back, but Hutchie very quick to jump back down and do the damage. Romy forced off the site by the Molotov, and the push looking to come back in from the T side. The only thing they really have to worry about is the flank coming in from the Estonian, Jo, and well, he's going to go down. Travell, the only one left, does at least drop the bomb, which will buy him a little bit more time to try and pick these players apart. However, the likelihood seems pretty slim. Although, really? Okay, I was about to say. How did you become a caster? There was like a Lithuanian... Basically, there was a website called Esports Jobs. I was doing like a load of sales jobs and I hated them. So I was like, let's just have a look on here. And there was like a small company who were just like, hey, we're looking for someone to test out as a caster. So I did that. I did a couple of matches, and then it was like a Lithuanian like cup. It just said, hey, do you want to do this for free? I was like, sure. It's quite fun, so I did it in my spare time. And then I ended up just emailing a load of like different teams, different organizations I knew. And eventually, I think it was a guy from Hellraisers actually just said, actually, I know a guy at StarLadder. And yeah, that's pretty much it. from there, ended up doing quite a lot of events. So obviously very thankful to StarLadder, and that is why I'm still with that organization. They run some pretty damn dope tournaments. They picked up Lollipop 21K. I've heard the name, but I don't know where from. I still feel like Flipside need to change more. In fact, let me bring up their roster. Like, their roster's so weird. It was just like, we've taken someone who was an AWPer in 1.6 and hasn't AWPed at all since then, made him our primary AWPer, and then made World Edit our, well, support. That's what they've called it, support. T-side, they're looking here to reset the CTs once again. However, Darkside has something to say about that. Picks up one, a second as well, doing damage on the board, and even looks for a third and finds it. Shut down by a Darkside and leaves JR left alone. Does manage to find the first. Two more players left. Travell up above, may not be expected. He's going to be out of the scope range. That's going to be, should be an easy kill. No idea how he gets away with that, but okay. And, well, JR just going to look to try and save the AWP. His teammates won't have too much money going into the next round, but I wouldn't be overly surprised to see them force. Yeah, I just think that in terms of Flipside, I just don't see where the firepower comes from. As said, I don't really know much about Lollipop. Maybe he's supposed to be the one who has, like, the firepower. Who did he play for before? But it's like, Blade never been known for his firepower. World Edit, if he's not playing AWP, has never been known for his firepower. I don't really know what to expect anymore from Waylander, and Markelov AWPing, I just don't even know. He is a Belarus talent who is apparently pretty good, but they need to change more like Blade as coach or something. I could see that. I think Mir would be an outstanding addition to that team. I think you could remove any of the other four and it would still make sense. I don't want it to be Markelov. I think that he's still pretty decent with a rifle. I think also adding in an actual AWPer would be a good idea. There we go, though. Darkside again. Manages to kick things off. JR looking for a wallbang, but won't find anything as of yet. I'm just going to look to the T side. Running in on towards the site. Fierce. Up close. Let's just walk past. There's a man behind you, Fierce. Now, this could actually work out in his favor. He spotted one. That'll be the headshot onto the first. Luke, it actually doesn't turn around for a while. Eventually will, and finds the kill nonetheless. Chopper into a 1 versus 3. Looking unlikely. Does find one. Oh, he gets stuck on a ladder. 7 and 5. Another round on the board for Hollywood as they start to rectify their problems, and now the T's just don't have the cash. What do you think of the new team with Fox? Who's it? It's like Fox, HS. I can't even remember who else was in there. Was it Innocent? No. I don't remember. Who was on the roster? I remember someone sending it to me. Who else? Fox, HS, Innocent. Oh, it was Innocent and Lau. And then one other. I think it could be good for sure. Only the thing is with teams like that, you just don't know how they're going to work together. No, the team is not yet complete or confirmed. I think that each one of them has had their moments for sure. Like HS was definitely strong in that Penta team, and I think not so sure about Optic. Like he was all right, but it wasn't definitely like his best performances. I think he definitely looked better on Penta. Innocent, again, sort of like, has had his like, pretty decent runs, and we know that Fox can definitely AWP. Lowell at the same time. It's all just players that were sort of dropped from, like, semi-decent teams and had some alright games. Put them all into one team, could work wonderfully, or it could be awful. I don't know about Freiberg as an in-game leader. Ooh, that was nice. Hutchie gonna get absolutely wrecked by Darkside, and a pretty good start to the round. JR, the peak. All managed to find one. Freiberg is not in nip. Still, Darkside gonna lurk up close. He's been doing pretty well so far. It's Romy topping the table. And Darkside almost gets a double there. There's a couple of low players now for Vega Squadron. The early backwards and forwards rounds seem to have fallen flat. Now the CT side have strung 3 together and won 5 of the last 6. Peak gonna be coming in from above. Chopper spots the head of Travell, but doesn't manage to get the kill. And there's only 30 seconds left on the clock. In fact, is going to be reduced to nothing. JR into a 1, well, now versus 2. He may have spotted Luke above. I imagine Luke's just trying to hold off on the cross, and he will do just that. 9-5. Do you think Olaf will join Nip instead of Fifth Laren? What kind of, like, what kind of question even is that? Maybe he'll join Twitch instead of Fifth Laren. There you go. P-side, they've gone for their classic Mac 10 buy, although Crush has somewhat ruined it. He hasn't been sent the memo just yet. I don't think you got the meme, guys. Fifth Laren doesn't play for NIP, so I highly doubt he's going to join. He can't replace someone who isn't there. Luke. Waiting. Oh, is Olaf in Fnatic? Yeah. I think you're a few years behind. How long did you fall asleep from? Hutchie does manage to overwhelm one, retrieves an M4 as well, and the rest of the team are going to look to try and push onto the site. They definitely don't have the range advantage, and the double AWP should make things fairly difficult with them being picked apart. But if they get the bomb down, they can just look to fall back. JO will pick up one. Pushing from Travell, nets another. Looking like they're just going to slaughter these remaining players, leaving only Chopper left in a 1 versus 3. Bomb already being defused, although it actually only gets tapped, it won't matter anyway. You say, who is Fifth Laren? He is part of the legendary Ninjas in Pyjamas roster when they won 87 maps back to back. Technical pause called, so by the looks of things, we are going to have a little bit of a break in between. Hollywood actually in a fairly good stead now, and I don't know what to expect anymore, because like obviously Vega Squadron have taken a nasty hit with the players leaving. They have their coach playing as well. They also have, well, they've got LK, obviously their team manager, still in the coach position, but yeah, this is just not looking good from them at all. And we saw a lot of sketchy rounds early on, like rounds that they never should have won, or never should have lost, and never should have won. And the fact that they managed to steal away the second and the fourth round and still not manage to come out on top, whether on the T side, is quite a scary prospect. Now going on to the CT side, I think there's going to be even bigger holes in their defense. And Yeah, it's a problem. I feel like Mirage has been a very good map for them, but then again, I still think of it as like Mir's like hometown, and I feel like that they may have to change a lot of things because he really was a star player. Like he was a player that really sort of fit into this roster well, and was just given so much space to like do what he wanted to do. And I think he also helped out other players. Like Chopper's not really looking too good in this, and he's another player who can just go off the chains. So yeah, I think it's very, very worrying for Vega Squadron, and it's a shame because I think they were such an exciting roster to watch. I think they had a good sort of chemistry together, and what is a shame for me is that the other players within the team are just going to be like sat on the bench. I understand it from sort of both perspective. Like obviously it makes it clear that they want to leave and they want other opportunities, and it helps Vega Squadron in a sense because although they lose those two players, it means they can start building the new roster now and start practicing together. At the same time, you've lost two talented individuals, and yeah, I think it kind of sucks. And I am going to be interested to see who actually who picks up Mir. Like I'm not sure where Cassandra will go. Like that's the thing. I feel like Mir has always been the one sort of pointed out to be the star. I think Chopper is then normally the next on the block. So I don't know. I'm not sure what sort of opportunities either of them will get, whether they're going to go as like a package. And even if they don't, like, I don't know. Maybe there's a chance that Gambit will go in for someone like Mir. I don't think there's any way Na'Vi are changing something now. I think that would be... I think it could improve their team, but at the same time, there's no guarantees, and they've already made like roster changes, and things seem to be working fairly well in Marseille. Flip side, I don't think that's an upgrade, in all honesty. I don't think Mir going to flip side will improve. Like, maybe he wants like another in-game leader, or maybe there's some sort of like battles within the team that means that he wants to leave, but I don't know what they are, so I can't really comment on his actual reasoning behind it. So yeah, it's a shame. I'm not sure what's next, but well, I'm interested to find out. Either way, same can be said for this map. Hollywood, with their chance to try and push things over the line on the T side of their map choice, and go on to Mirage, which I feel like any of the teams within this tournament or within this qualifier will be pretty happy to play. I think it's a very sort of common map within the CIS scene. But already, Fierce, he has taken the hit here. He's dropped a CZ over to Hutchie, going to give him the chance to step up. Already will be a quick trade though, and that CZ is already gone. In fact, it's into the hands of Travell, and that's quite a lot of the early money from this team already gone. Watching. The T's just sat in a default at the moment. They're waiting very patiently indeed. Waiting for any aggression out from this T side. By the looks of things, the remaining players are actually going to look to gather up towards this B side. You've got a little bit of a peek coming in from Chopper. May spot out the bomb. Did he see the... I think he may have seen it. And that look at the rotation. It's already beginning. CT side are going to be here. Travell manages to pick off one, but looks to double back. And they may actually go just pushing in towards this A side instead. Romy leading the charge. The smoke already falling. Fierce just going to look to try and run straight through it. And he needs to help out his teammate here. But instead, Romy just ends the life of JR and leaves Chopper as the only one remaining. 1 versus 4. They know exactly where he is. And well, Travell, quad kill for him in this round. Brilliant pistol, 11-5 in favor of Hollywood. And now things are looking bleak for Vega Squadron. Hello. Archie. Actually doing a lot of damage. The Deagle is already going to pick up 2. And we're going to get this again, where it's just trades backwards and forwards in rounds. The second time now that the pistol round has gone the way of Hollywood. And the second looks like it may go back the other way. However, Darkside is looking to try and rectify that. Chopper now left into the 1 versus 1. Could be going in the right direction here. Darkside just waiting patiently. Oh, it's all about timing. Look, he just walked round. Oh, where is... Chopper's now watching the wrong direction. Neither player has any idea that they were almost back-to-back just seconds ago. And Darkside, he's actually going to sneak in towards this B site. This is... Or is he? Neither player has any idea. He's not going to go and plant on the other side, is he? He expects him to be over towards the B site. This could work absolutely perfectly in favor of Chopper. He's coming round the back. Will need to hit the headshot here. Rounds it. Lines it up, and he misses! Oh, my God. Oh, that was painful, that round. Twelve and 5. Are going to see a force buy-in once again. They did a lot of damage in the previous, so I can somewhat understand it, but seems like a bit much. However, JR are already going to be getting the opening pick. Up close, Fierce will find another. Darkside trades it back. Did pretty well at that in the previous round. Maybe looking for a little bit more here. Travell. Wow, that's a nice easy kill for him. Nobody watching Ivy. Bit of a mistake from the CTs, and it's a really weird round. Somehow the Ts now look to come back out on top, and this force buy looking like it hasn't worked. Chopper to try and save it here in a 1 versus 3. Luke low with the AK, but it may not matter as smoke going to be going down. Chopper's actually going to go running straight through it, and I wonder if they've actually spotted him here. It looks like they have now, at least. And Luke will end him. 13 and 5. Streak of rounds continues as we hit 8 in a row for Hollywood. Well, now the CTs are going to have to take themselves an eco. Not much choice in that. Once again, only pistols, but somehow they're doing quite a bit of damage here. Kras actually manages to take one more and will make himself some extra cash at least. However, Travell is there to save things. Hollywood have not kept these rounds clean, but they are still building up a bank. And well, now we look towards the CTs with what could be their only buy round. He's with plenty of money, but at least on a few players to buy back into the next one anyway. We are going to have push coming in. What looks like maybe a faster push in towards the A site. Straight out aggressive from Travell. Hutchie will already take him down, but he's not stopping, and this has just been a shutdown. T-side try and move fast instead. They're ended quickly. Left onto Luke. Jo, make that just Luke. He will at least find one, but he's dinked up already. That will be an almost clean round from Vega Squadron. 4 players surviving, a decent start to their first buy. It is now going to be the T's buying up once again. CT side this time. Much slower in their approach. We're going to see Jo somewhat baiting a little bit here. He's got his teammate set up with an AWP. Not sure what Luke is doing here. Kind of weird walking around. Maybe just talking to one of his teammates because it looks somewhat mental from our perspective at least. Still the T's. Slowly taking over map control. It's a very passive hold from Vega Squadron. All the way back on the sites. Not really taking too many battles. This is not what I've come to expect from them. Their CT sides on maps like Mirage were so aggressive. They took fights that teams never expected. Instead, in this scenario, they almost seem scared. The fact is, though, the T's have done so little in this round so far that it's going to come down to 25 seconds, and there's still utility. There's still 2 incendiaries and a couple of flashbangs even to go for the push. Luke will at least trade one back, but trades at this point really aren't enough. They need to do quite a bit more. They need to be getting on towards the site. Luke continues his push forward and finds the no-scope. Darkside has caught another, and it may just have enough time. However, the bomb's been dropped, has to be retrieved. Just about going to be planted. It came way, way, way too close. However, now the T's can set up to try and hold on in this retake scenario. Missed shot will mean Chopper gets a little bit more space. However, Darkside will trade and JR is left with only 14 HP. It's a singular round win and then what looks like an almost indefinite reset here. Of course, the CT side will invest everything they can. Oh, JR will meet his doom. 15-6. Map point for Hollywood. The CT side, well, it's not going to be a good buy for sure. In fact, it's a pretty weak one. Mostly pistols, a UMP, and an M4. T's just going to go running straight in towards Chopper. He gets overwhelmed within a matter of seconds. Bomb going to be planted after just 20 seconds in this round have gone, and this is over. Rushing JR to try and save it. JR will at least manage one, but he needs to pull off an ace to win this. Doesn't even realize there's a man behind him. That will be the first map going the way of Hollywood. Absolute dominance. We will be heading into the second in just a moment where we see if Vega Squadron can turn things around on Mirage.